Hello, how are you? How many of you dislike recycling as much as I do? If you think anything like me, recycling is a chore. I've had to buy numerous of containers, one for cans and bottles, another for paper. I've had to find somewhere to store it in my home. Now, I'm sure that some of you are better at this than I am. I'm sure you have color-coordinated bins to indicate what's trash, recycled bottles or cans, and also paper. But in my household, recycling is a battle every day. My son would like to benefit on recycling. He is so quickly to get up when it's time to turn in recycles because he would like the money. But when it comes to storing and preparing so we can take it, it's a battle. He doesn't want to do the work. Well, I get it. Recycling is a chore. But here are some facts of why recycling is good and why it should be a part of our lives. Conserving natural resources. What does that indicate? Oil, coal, trees, water, and minerals. Now let me simplify this. Paper and glass can be recycled up to 7 times. Well, aluminum and steel infinitely. Recycling paper process, it uses 90% less water to recycle than to use raw materials. Now let me pause there. 90% less water. Wow. Most people don't see the importance of recycling until it affects their lives. Well, for those in California, water has been a problem. It has affected my life. My water bill had gone from $50 a month to over $100 and maxed at $150 per month because of the drought. So it does seem a little wasteful to use raw materials each time to manufacture new product. Next, reduced energy consumption. Recycling paper process uses 50% less energy than making it from raw materials. So let me make sense of this. We all try to save energy because we have other things like Starbucks to spend our money on. What does reducing energy consumption mean to me? My son and daughter better not put one shirt in a washer. If they are going to surprise me without having to be threatened with their lives by taking their phones away from them, they better put a full load of laundry in. Well, I can't speak for everyone, but I know that I want to benefit off the 50% less energy usage. Next, saves landfill space. Recycling items save the space that is used for waste disposal. When a trash fills up, what do I do? I call my son and say, take out the trash. What is his response when there is no more room in the bin outside? His response is, Mom, I can't because there's no room out there. Well, again, my response is saying, make it unfull. Well, we can do something about that. Although we cannot stop it from ever filling, we can slow the process down by recycling. Can you imagine if we recycled our paper up or glass up to 7 times? Our landfills would slowly fill up and our children wouldn't have much of a problem in the future. Decrease pollution and cuts greenhouse gases. Now, landfill looks ugly with a pile up. The stench at a garbage landfill is awful, and the flies are ridiculous. Now, that doesn't affect us because we don't have to smell that every day. We don't have to deal with the flies, and we sure don't see the pile up. Unfortunately, because of that, we have to deal with dangerous toxins and the greenhouse gases. Excuse me. When organic materials such as food scraps and green waste is put in a landfill, it is generally compacted and then covered. This removes the oxygen and causes it to break down the anaerobic process. Eventually, this releases the greenhouse gases that is 21 times more potent than carbon dioxide. Now, the biggest reasons why we should recycle: our everyday life, what affects us every day. Save money. We all want to save money. Now, here in California, the price of gas should help you make better choices to recycle. I know it does for me. California, being in a drought, helped me. But the gas prices in California also help me. As of right now, we are paying almost $4 a gallon to fill up our tanks. Water is expensive, was expensive for a while, and our children are expensive. For all of us in this room, we are all in education. All I have to say is most of us did not get in this field work for the money. We need to find ways to save money. Now, this is how it affects everyone in this classroom. Recycling for your teacher. Teaching tools. Fun projects and save money. As simple as getting empty egg cartons, milk cartons, scrap paper, any little plastic or paper that we can reuse in a classroom is helpful. Be creative with your projects. Make it fun for children. Instead of going and buying raw material, ask them to bring some scraps in. Have them share with their classmates to make a fun project, to ask them to be creative in what the assignments are. As you know, teachers, we spend tons of money every year on just getting the simple supplies, as in pencils, pens, highlighters, and so on. Why not save money where we can? And where we can do that is by making our scraps teaching tools. Allow kids to be creative with things that can be recycled 7 times or things that can be recycled forever. I will ask you again to please consider to make your classroom a recycling class. Have your children and students help you and make school fun.